Evening, Tubas. Kathy and I are creating. On tonight's menu is homemade fried chicken with all kinds of beautiful spices. I mean, gosh, it's almost like the kitchen sink. Anything you could put in there that you think will be a good flour-based mixture for your chicken is stunning. We mixed our flour. We're getting our chicken going. Obviously, game's on. Glass of vino. Grab the grapes of life and hold them and squeeze them. There you go. So, got the deep fryer going, and the deep fryer was against my wishes, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. Go with the flow. And what else tonight with the chicken?
We're making, if you want to look in the oven here, this is how we multitask with the foods that we're eating.
Yes.
As an appetizer, we've got the, maybe we should turn on the fan, potatoes lightly brushed with oil. Let them cook for about 45 minutes.
Because there really is no fan in there, is there?
So we're going to make potato skins out of those from the bacon left over from last night. So what we're going to do is we take those out, scoop out the stuff, and we're making mashed potatoes for the chicken,
from our potato skins
for tonight.
And a Caesar salad. Here's our induction cooktop. Boy, we loved it. It's aesthetically pleasing. Hold on, let me just open this up a little bit. Ooh, it is really hot. Anyway, a double induction convention oven, which we love because we do a lot of entertaining during the holidays. I'm going to open up the window because what we had to do with those potatoes, folks, is baste them with a light olive oil. Or matter of fact, you know what? You don't use an oil that has a lot of robust flavor. Olive oil is almost like butter. So coat them with a light vegetable oil. I'm going to take you in our pantry real quick. Because a full stock pantry is what you need. Again, a work in progress. We got all our spices separated down to, you know, vegetables. We like to do fresh vegetables, but you got your chipotles. This is our, you know, pastas and chowders, and you always have to have like great Dijon mustard in your fridge. Great sun-dried tomatoes. If you don't hydrate or dehydrate them yourself, you always have to have some great sun-dried tomatoes, and use the oil. Don't throw the oil away. Oh, if you do, oh my goodness, oy vey. You gotta have fresh lemons. Chicken stock. Make your own. If you can, always go with make your own. This is the hubby shelf. It's the baking shelf. Husband knows that Kathy and I will make homemade beautiful cookies. You gotta have the Nestle's Toll House. That's one thing you really can't make yourself. You know, so. And look at a little mouse must have got into this because, open butterscotch. Kathy and I like, you know, keeping our pantry stocked because you need all your swan down cake flour. You need your condensed milk, your baking powder, your sugar, your flour. You need all-purpose flour and you need a bread flour at all times. Then we got our snack section for the kids, okay? Then you know, what you need, your bags and what have you. Got to have a snack shelf. It keeps everything in a visual so you know what the kids want, what the kids like. You keep it, you know, stocked. But that's what helps us be really good cooks. You got to have some fresh ingredients on the agenda like this. Halloween candy. Totally necessary, not. But a fully stocked pantry really allows you to be super creative. You got your ketchups, your mustards, your honey. I make homemade peanut sauce from scratch, but if you're in a pinch, this House of Sang Bangkok Padang peanut sauce, wonderful on just some steamed rice. Yum. And keep your, you know, your jellies and breakfast stuff separate, but a fully stocked pantry makes a healthy and happy family.
So this is a little hint on Chris and I's fried chicken. You're wondering why there's a rack there. Let me tell you a quick recipe. You want about a half a cup, and you might want to double if you've got all this chicken. A half a cup of flour. Multi-cookers are all
a cup.
About a tablespoon and a half of salt. a tablespoon and a half of pepper, about a tablespoon of garlic powder or salt, about a tablespoon of
mustard.
Well, we added that, but
and not the wet mustard, the dry mustard.
Of cayenne, and since we like it spicy, we add the cayenne.
But the guys
a
don't.
Teaspoon and a half of mustard, some onion powder. Mix that all up. Trust me, if you want to bump it up, do like we do. A little more cayenne, a little more pepper. Okay, so ask why this. Why the reason about the chicken on a rack? Let me tell you why. The best thing to do, soak your chicken in some cold water for a couple hours with a tablespoon of salt. Cover it. It's very important. Cover it. It plumps the chicken up. Take it out, rinse it, and then what you want to do is after you make your flour mixture, coat it. And you say, why the wire rack? The wire rack is so that if you put it on a plate, the moisture from the chicken soaking is going to get wet on the bottom and you're not going to get a good fry. The wire rack lets the air get all around it. Okay? The trick is, again, let it sit at room temperature. You're not going to get salmonella poisoning. Let it sit for a good half hour before you fry. That keeps the coating in contact. It keeps it crisp. It keeps it bitchin'. It keeps it great. Crunchy.
And so multitasking, you got to get things going at certain times so that it all comes together at the same time. The rule of thumb, though, at least in our kitchen, is start with a clean kitchen. No dishes in the sink, no utensils out. Get what you need to cook. But air hockey, that was the noise that was going on upstairs. Landed in our kitchen from upstairs. Not part of the cooking.
Shall we do a little like a quick thing about our, even though we're not making it tonight, our coleslaw or no?
No, not on this one.
All right.
But start with a clean kitchen. Keep your ingredients together because you're not a cook if you prepare something and then leave it for someone else to clean up. A cook starts with clean surfaces, starts with an empty sink, a full dishwasher, and you add to it, and you clean up when you're done, or clean up as you're going. That's what good cooks do.
And what we love about our recipes, people, is you have to tailor make it to what you and your family like. Like the recipe I just gave you, bump it up if you like more mustardy flavor, or if you like more spice, more cayenne and pepper. What you don't want to do is over salt it because the saltiness will dry out the chicken. So stick with, if you want it flavorful, stick with your peppers and with your cayenne.
Stick with fresh ingredients if you can. We got our strung peppers here. We'll show you how to make those.
And I forgot about did I say about the dried thyme?
Yeah.
That's the only time we don't really use fresh is in our flouring for the chicken. Dried thyme leaves, because when it's frying, that's when the thyme livens up in the broiler or the fryer and makes a beautiful taste.
Okay, so got everything situated. Of course, it's always nice to have a huge kitchen in which to do everything, and we weren't always so blessed. We came from tiny kitchens.
From humble meanings
to this beautiful gourmet kitchen. Beautiful gourmet kitchen, huh, honey? So, anyways, cook, enjoy, create, have fun. Always start with a clean kitchen, fresh ingredients, and creativity. Keep it flowing.
Do you have any cooking questions on our recipes? And I gave you some really good hints about setting the chicken, covering it so it absorbs all the flour and ingredients and stuff, and then putting it on the rack so it cools, so you keep that crispness. A lot of you at home are going, that's why my coating falls off my fried chicken.
Yeah.
Let it sit and let it set. Room temperature.
Always cook with fresh oil. Fresh oil.
And
We've got it's a home version, but it's still a professional fryer. And you always want to start with hot oil. Make sure there's nothing in your surroundings that could catch fire. Always watch the manufacturer's guidelines about a maximum fill. Don't go over it. And don't put frozen stuff straight from the freezer into your fryer. It's a disaster waiting to happen.
Or if you're doing fries and you soak them so they don't get brown and get out a lot of that starch, pat them dry, because if you throw it in there. And the best thing that we could say is cook with love. Cook with love for your family, and it shows through your food.
And our husbands. Okay. Anyway, that's enough. We just wanted to throw you a little bone, because a lot of you ask for makeup tips and cooking tips, and we'll just throw in potpourri kind of stuff. It's cold. It looks like it's going to rain. We've had rain for about a week and a half, and when we first moved here, they said it rains about 2 days a year. Lie. But anyway, and mix and match your kitchen stuff. Look at the dried peppers with the green plant. It's just, it's beautiful. Have fun. Invent. Be creative. Follow a recipe, but add your own twang to it. Add your twang. Okay.
Love your headdress. Subscribe.
Tell us what you want.
Tell us what you want, and spread the word about the Twitter twins and the Tuber twins. We love you. Peace out. Goodbye.